With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle.
Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the New Orleans Saints and the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Take it in at the 3.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
They keep on the ground with Elliott.
The Seahawks at 1-3 here in the early part of the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
On second down, Elliott, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Seattle. 47 yards.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Badgley, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Takes it at the 7. And able to get this out to the 25.
They'll begin the drive with Howard. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
They go with Howard again. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you. and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on third down, Watson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
70, Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Ready,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
19 Tiger.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Fowler. Finding Walker, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. they don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. This will be from 49 yards out. Badgley able to knock this one through. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They'll look to get something started. They need to. Down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Again, it's Howard. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Watson. There's Chris Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That result really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings. Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Here's Watson. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? They'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down. Fowler. This is the tight end Fant. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Fowler. Got a man. It's Judy, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out where the...
Touchdown, New Orleans! Tyler Goodson, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Hot 70, hot 70.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. On the counter, it's Walker. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Defensively, Poona Ford with a tackle there.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. He'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 3rd down, Fowler. He'll fire one downfield for Fant, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and that will keep this a 3-point game. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
To the 43, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Watson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. On the move past the 40. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Seven Pirates! Seven Pirates!
Following the fumble recovery, Fowler. He'll fire one downfield for Fant. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
10th carry now for Elliott. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They go to Elliott again. Shoves him aside. And, oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Badgley's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. To throw is Watson. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
The final shot before the break, Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Watson now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Back to throw, Watson. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, there wasn't much of a window there, Charles. Had to deal with a couple of defenders, but able to find his big tight end.
And, partner, we know double coverage is a challenge for any player to try to defeat. But maybe it's a little easier if you're one of those big...
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
Hey, I'm all about defense forcing plays and getting takeaways. But an interception and 2 fumbles in their last 3 offensive possessions.
Time to readjust.
Yeah, you can't just give all the credit to the defense on that. They've got to look in the mirror and take the blame themselves and figure out how to not do it anymore.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 65 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Fowler. This will be caught. Judy. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Running wide side, Elliott. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. On 2nd down, Elliott once more. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Badgley able to punch this one through. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On first down, they run with Howard. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he is going to have a Saints first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
3rd and short, and they decided not to run for it, and he's able to escape the pressure. Finds a clear throwing lane outside the pocket, gets the completion, and picks up the first down.
From the red zone now, Watson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Touchdown, Saints! A 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints are back within a score. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken in at the 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The final tally.
Let's go now.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
No.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 82 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Fowler. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Fowler. That's taken in by Duvernay. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here comes a very important kick now for Michael Badgley. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. Badgley able to knock this one through, and it will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Taken at the goal line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again to Howard up the gut. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
There's so many definitions of a complete back. I think most people think a guy can block, a guy can catch, and a guy can run. But how about when you put it all together as a runner? And you can fake people out, you can be shifty, and also run with some power and break tackles, as we just saw on that pickup.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
From the 44, Watson.
He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 12, Watson. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Watson.
A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman.
Touchdown!
Adam Troutman.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Come on.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First downs up. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Howard up the middle. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
They have three tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. 128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This is Howard on second down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first, they go right back to Howard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Here's Watson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Tyler Goodson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Looking to maybe throw for it here, Watson. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fowler. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Ready, set.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He's going to keep this again. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
On the set. Cougar 19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. On a huge mistake late. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
I'll give to Howard. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 52 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold them to 3 to keep this a one-score game. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They go with Howard again. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to swell the lead to 6. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
That was an excellent come from...